and welcome to Nursing 231. I am Denise Childs. I will be your instructor, and I welcome Section A, which I meet at 11 o'clock, and Section B, which I meet at 10 o'clock, both in room 2501, and I'll see you starting on January the 10th. So before we meet, I just wanted to take a little bit of time to introduce myself and also talk about a few expectations of what will get the course going a little smoother. So first off, as I said, this is, I'm doing both Section A and Section B. I'm also doing Section X, which is an online version. And I taught online last term, 215 and 230. So I'm excited to finish 231 to finish the trifecta, as they say, or the trilogy, depending on if you're a reader. Okay, and I'm also working together with both Ryan and Thomas just to have consistency among the sections. So, welcome. I am Denise Childs, and as I said, I have been teaching in the nursing program online since 2015, and I've been teaching at Red Deer Polytech since 2010. I'm actually a certified high school teacher. I taught high school, for starting in 1990, which I know is before a few of you were born. Yeah, I taught high school for a bunch of years in different places and different classes, mainly biology. I have a Bachelor of Education and a Bachelor of Science, and then I went back a few years ago and got my Master's of Science. So, as you can tell, I kind of like science. I'm also fascinated by anatomy and physiology and how the body works, and this whole concept of form giving function, which we talk about a lot in 231. Okay, a few things I want you to be aware of before we start class on Tuesday, and that is I do a lot of things through the Google Drive, and you can download and interact with these documents if you have a Gmail account. So here I have a few things I want you to do before Tuesday's class. Well, one is get your textbook, but I assume most of you have your textbook already from last term. But get a Google account if you don't have one already. And if it's a personal one, you may want to create one just for school. And then I want you to check out the Google Drive resources. And what I've done is for each course, I have put up a Google Drive. And let me take you there. Hi. So I've just opened the Blackboards tonight. So you're welcome to go through, have a look at it. It's set up pretty straightforward. There's a lot on that left-hand toolbar, but that's because the person who created the course put a lot of stuff on that left-hand toolbar. I'm more of a open the tab as opposed to scroll girl, but we'll go with what we got here. So when you look on the toolbar, and this is A, but A and B sections have a similar setup, you'll see there is a tab here that says Google Resource Drive. When you click on that Google Resource Drive, you'll see that there are two Google Drives. One has documents specific to individual sections, and the other has a common drive for all three of my sections, A, B, and X, because I'm also teaching online X. So when you look at them, you will see that there's different things. Let's start with the common one first, just so you know what's there. So we have the PowerPoints that are also in the modules, but I put them there just for my easy access, and also because sometimes Blackboard annoys me. So those PowerPoints are there. You can do what you wish with the PowerPoints. I do refer to them in the class. You may want to print them. You may not want to print them. It depends on what kind of studier you are. Then I've got information for the group project already set up. So this is the evaluation of the group project, and I have, and then I also have the schedule and the course outline. So this is for all the common, for all the sections, and then you will see if we go back to the link, I also have a section just for, a link just for the individual sections. So we're over on the side here, Google Resource Drive, and you'll see that there is a section A drive, and there'll also be a section B drive found on section B. So it is best if you have a Gmail account, because then you can download these and you can also interact with me on the ones that are interactable or editable. And that way, you don't have to ask me for permission if it is set up properly. So here's the sign up sheet for the group discussion setup. I also have a schedule just specific for section A, and for section B, you'll be in the section B folder, because I have this multiple section one that makes sense to me, but might not make sense to you. Then there's also this introduction discussion. You can go on and start adding answers to get an idea of how Google Drives work, and also to give me a little feedback about the course before we get there. Now, in the folder called face-to-face session stuff, I have a Google document that I work on in class. Now, if you're the type who likes to, it's kind of like a study guide, and it has all the learning outcomes. So if you look at it, first off, I've got the title, how many days in the section, and then the chapter of the textbook we're looking at. I also will put up some announcements on it. And then I have taken the learning outcomes from the Blackboard and put them right there. So this way you can print this off or download it if you wish and make this your learning document. And if you are keen, which I hope that most of you are, you can look at this document and look at these learning outcomes before you come to class. This course has a lot of material, so if you come having at least looked at it, it won't be so fast. So here's the learning outcomes. Here is a box with some resources. If you found some good resources, go ahead and add to this document. Then I link the PowerPoint that we're going to use later, and any other documents I link. I love summary tables, so I'll put a few little notes, some summary tables, a couple of diagrams, and this is the document that I use and work off in class. So this way you can use it. You can use it with me. You can actually log on and type on this too if you wish, and it's a good way to follow along and interact with the material in class, so you're not just sitting there watching me. Okay, so these are found in the Google Drive, and you need to have a Gmail account in order to access the Google Drive. So please make sure by Tuesday you set up a Google account, and then you can actually download these items so that you can interact with us or have the summary notes and the study guide. It's a beautiful study guide at the end. Okay. So that is the first thing I want you to do, is get a Gmail account. The second one is to scan over the course outline. There's a lot of blah, blah, blah there, but it goes into detail in terms of how your evaluations are, what your test dates are, important assessments, and how to get your marks in this class. We'll go over a little detail on the first day of class, but again, it's pretty fast. Then the third thing I want you to do is find the schedule, which is in your specific Google Drive, and print it up or put it in a convenient place. And it'll tell you what topic we're covering each day in class, so you can be prepared and do your pre-reading before you come. Then also, all the tests will be in Lockdown Browser with the monitor. And if you want, you can even write them in your own secure class or secure location, because I know that when I'm writing in a big classroom, you hear like the sniffer and the pen clicker and really annoying things like that. So if you want, you can stay at home and do it if you wish, or book a study room or a quiet space in the library to write your tests. There are 2 midterms, and there is 1 final exam that needs to be written in a secure location, and they're written on Lockdown Browser with the monitor. And I will talk more about the Lockdown Browser and my expectations. I know it's in the nursing program. There are other people who use it, but I'm not too sure if you yourself have used it. If you have not used it, on the side of the Blackboard, there is, on the Blackboard right-hand module, let me show you. Sorry, the left-hand Blackboard right here. There is lockdown browser information. Go through that information if you have not done it yet already. If you already know how to do a lockdown browser, we're fine for now. I'm very particular about my environment check, but I'll do that later on once we're into class a bit. So really, those are the things I wanted to talk to you about. First off, get your Gmail account, look at the course outline, set up the schedule. It's there. I know a lot of you want to balance jobs and life with it. Make sure you know your dates, and then get excuse me, get familiar with Lockdown Browser. And if you're not familiar with it, just read that and download it, and I will help you later on. And I'll chat with you later too, if you wish. Oh, in the Google Resource Drive, there is a add info to the intro discussion, if you wish. As I say, I've taught 215 and 230, but that's to my online group. I haven't taught, well, I do teach one other HighFlex course and one other face-to-face course, but it's been a while since I've done a truly face-to-face. No, I did that. Yeah, I'm not used to teaching face-to-face, which you will see. So that's it. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. You may email me if you have any questions, and I'll get back to you. Good. Until then, see you Tuesday. Bye-bye.